of static image displays? Learn how to build an interactive spider gallery page with just HTML, CSS, and a touch of JavaScript.
Oh shit, here we go again.
In this episode, we're going to dive into the world of interactive web design. We're going to guide you through building a sophisticated spider gallery page with advanced CSS techniques with dynamic JavaScript interaction. So prepare to elevate your web development skills to a new height. First, let's see a preview of how this design is going to work out. I structured the skeleton of the page using HTML, which I had this as the output. I moved on to add flesh to it using CSS, then I had this. And for the final result, this is what I'm having. If you want the source code to this project, the link is in the description box or check my bio. If you're ready to level up your skills, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Give it a title of Spider Series page and we have linked the HTML file to the CSS file. We have two files, our HTML file and the CSS file, and we have another folder called images which contains our images. So the first thing we're going to do in the body is to create a div with a class name of container, which is going to be the main focus of the area, which is going to hold everything about this our page. Within it, we're going to create a div with a class name of gallery. Within the gallery div, we're going to insert a div with a class name of small img, which is going to contain my small images. Below it is another div with a class name of big img, which is going to be the big screen. Now, within the small img, we're going to insert three different images. But for the first one, we're going to select the first image. We're going to copy it and we're going to paste it 3 times. We're going to change the second one to second image and the third one to third image. From our browser, this is actually what we're having here. So now we need to add flesh to this our page using CSS. So we're going to go into our CSS and give it a universal styling of margin 0 and a padding of 0. In our HTML, we're going to target the container here. So back to our CSS, we're going to say that container. So the first thing we're going to do for the container, we're going to give it a width. For the width, we're going to make it to be 100% of the body. And for the height, we're going to make it to be 100 VH. To give it a background image, we're going to give a background and we're going to insert a URL. We're going to go into our images folder and select our BG image. At the end of it, we're going to give it a no repeat, which is going to help the image not to repeat multiple times. For the background size, we're going to make it to be cover. And we're going to give it a background position, which we're going to say 50%, 50%, which is going to make the main focus of the image in the center. Now in our browser, this is what we're having here, and our background image is by the right hand side, as you can see it. We are going to give the container to be having a display of grid. Then we're going to say place items start. Now in our HTML here, we're going to target the gallery, which is holding our small img and big img. The first styling we're going to give for this gallery, we're going to give it a width, which we're going to make it to consume 50% of the body. We're going to give it a height. For the height, we're going to make the height to consume 400 pixels. We're going to give the gallery to have a background color. We're going to use RGBA for that, which we're going to say make all the 3 colors to be 25, 25, 25. And for the opacity, we're going to drop it to be 0.1. Now, we need the background color to be blurred. So we're going to give it a backdrop filter and we're going to make the blur to be 20 pixels. When you're done with that, we need the gallery to have a box shadow, which we're going to make it to be 0, 0 and 10 pixel blurred with a black color. For the padding, we're going to give it to be 10 pixels space from the top and bottom and 25 pixels space from the left and right. Now in our browser, this is actually what we're having. This is our padding from the top, bottom, left and right. We're going to make it to be display flex now, which is going to align our items in line. For the gap between my small img and big img is going to be 1 rem, and the border radius for this our gallery is going to be 1 m. We need a space from the top, which we're going to make it to be 30 pixels. Now we're going to target the small img, which contain our 3 different images. We're going to get say .gallery, and we're going to give it a .small img. First, we're going to make the images to be block items. So we're going to say display block. For the width, we're going to make each image to be 120 pixel width. For the height, we're going to make each image to be 120 pixel also. Are you tired of your clunky, outdated keyboard? Do you want to elevate your typing experience? Well, look no further, because today I bring to you a Keychron K8 Pro. It's their first ever wireless mechanical keyboard that boasts premium aluminium frame. It has wireless connectivity that connects up to 3 different devices via Bluetooth 5.1 for seamless switching between devices, either your computer, your phone, or your tablet. The battery life is something else. It has a long battery life that provides up to 300 hours of usage with the backlight off, ensuring extended use without frequent charging. If you're interested in checking out more information about this product, the link is in the description of this video, or check my bio, you find the link there. And please take note, this is not a sponsored video, but an affiliate. So when you purchase something actually out of this product, I get a commission out of it, which is also a way of supporting my channel. So please, if you're interested in checking out more about this product, the link is in the description of this video, or check my bio. So with that, now let's head back to our video. Which we want a space from the top of each image, which we're going to make it to be 10 pixels. We want, when you hover, we want the cursor to appear, so we're going to use cursor pointer. We want each image to have a border radius of 10 pixels. Now from our browser, this is what we're having here. So we're going to drop the opacity of these images, which we're going to make it to be 0.6. Now this is what we're having here. Now we want, when you hover on this image, we want the opacity to be 1. So we're going to copy this, add hover to it. So we're going to make the opacity to be 1. So now when you hover, the opacity is becoming 1. Now in our HTML here, we're going to target the big img. So we're going to say .gallery, and we're going to target the big img. The first thing we're going to do for it, now in our HTML, we're going to add an image to it, which we're going to select the first image. So now back to our CSS here, we're going to target the image itself. So the first thing we're going to do for this image, we're going to give it a weight, which we want it to consume 400 pixels of the weight. And for the height, we're also going to make it to consume 400 pixels of the height. For the background color, we want it to be having a black color. For the border radius, we want it to be 0.5 m curved. Now, as you can see here in our browser, this is actually what we're having. We want to increase the space between it, so we added it to be 2 rem. But let's change it to be 4 rem. Now, this is actually what we're having here. Now, back to the HTML here. For each our small images, we're going to add an onClick, which is going to be my function this to it. Just like this. We're going to add the same thing to the second image, so as the same thing also to the third image. Now for the big img, we're going to give it an ID, which is going to be image box. So just before the ending tag of the body here, we're going to create a script. Within the script here, we're going to give a function. and it's going to be having the name my function small img. Now below it also we're going to create a variable with the name of full img, which is equals to get element by id, which is our id that we give to our big image, which is image box. Now below it we're going to say full img.src is equals to small img.src, which means when you click on small img, it's going to be having the same image as big image. Now when I click here, as you can see, our over effect is working. So when we click, this is actually what we're having as our final result. And we have come to the end of this tutorial, and I hope you have gained something out of it. And if you have, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. And if you want the source code for this project that we just worked on, I have put a link in the description box, which will take you to my Patreon. The code is there. For the past project that I've worked on and for the future ones that are going to come in the nearest future, I will also put the code there. So just click on the link there. It will take you to my Patreon there. You will find the code over there. Thank you very much for your time. See you in my next video.